Greetings, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. When last we left our heroes, dawn breaks red over the Elsir Sea. A haze of ash and cloud rolls across the horizon, breath of warships burning their way toward destiny. As La Floridita crests the final rise of cloud cover, you see it, the island city of Brindol. A ring of sea walls, jagged and proud, rises from the surf like the ribs of a colossal beast. Within, spires of white stone gleam with woodlight sigils, and banners of the Elsir Sea whip in the rising wind. The harbour is a chaos of motion, ships crowding for berth, dockhands shouting orders, and cannons being made ready. Above it all, the bell of vigilance tolls. Slow, heavy, and unrelenting. Each note a heartbeat counting down to war. The runic colossus, chained to the undership's to the ship's undercarriage, you can feel it, the kind of extra drag it has on La Floridita, and the hum that it gives you in the feet, through your feet, through the deck of the ship, as it hums with power as molten veins pulse along its chest. Velden, the magma druid, stands on the deck, sweat hissing to steam against his forge-scarred skin, muttering prayers of calibration. And as your vessel descends, you catch sight. As you I guess come forward, you catch sight of Brindol's grand citadel, the Lord's Hall, its parapets bristling with ballistae, the Temple of Bahamut, converted into a triage center, and the vast war council, its courtyard already filling with envoys, soldiers, and refugees. But even from here, you can see it, or perhaps your eyes playing tricks on you, the faint red gleam of war on the horizon, like a second sunrise, the red hand navy on its march, and somewhere out there, upon the flagship Crimson Tide, your son awaits. The city of Brindol stands as the last bastion of the Elsir Sea. Every choice, every ally, every scar has led you here. The siege has not yet begun, but the storm is already breaking. Who was here? Well, I'll say who was here last session, but it was Kate and Katie. Do you want to give us a little bit of a recap of what happened, I guess in the last two sessions, really? What happened with the Forge, the Star Forge?
I think the question is what didn't happen with the Star Forge.
Yeah.
Basically, we found the Star Forge. Yay. All of this work finally came to a head to find the Star Forge. And I think we happened upon it by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just happened to be sailing by. So it ended up being a giant volcano. We scaled the mountain, and you can see the big caldera where there was like a ring of sulfurous water, and you could see the forge in the middle. It was very cool. We met some giants who very kindly threw us into the middle of the caldera and where the forge was. Another giant caught us on the inner ring, tried to extort us unsuccessfully. I think we just powered through him and whatever he said. I flirted with Yama flirted, Kate didn't flirt, with a fire giant, I think she was. And meanwhile, Karu planned a heist, basically, without any we weren't able to communicate.
No, I made friends with the guy, the prisoner with jobs, the slave dude. and he kind of like alluded to the fact that they had this big colossal golem that they were working on that they weren't going to use for particularly helpful reasons, and that he could steer it if only he could get free.
So we freed him.
And we fought the fire giant lady, and we stole the golem.
Yeah, the golem shoots like laser beams from its hands like Iron Man, and it's super sick. And
So it's no longer a golem; it's a Gundam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we stole this giant Gundam, and we made out like bandits. Did we kill her? I can't remember if we killed her, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, we did. We killed her. There was this whole
because you
valiant
stole some of her toenails.
Yeah, you clipped
That's
her
right. I clipped her toenails.
Nails.
Yeah, Yama's got a foot thing going on.
Yeah, because there was a whole thing at the end where Tomash was coming up to like start fighting as well. But as he sort of came up to us, we actually like killed her, and there was a whole like an intimidation thing that happened.
Yes, that's right. Karao, dried out fishman, intimidated them.
What I'm hearing is Killian has died and Yama has developed a foot fetish.
This was at the Starfort, right?
Yeah.
I think yes. I think he already had a foot fetish.
We've left the Starfort.
Yes, yeah. So the ship activated its flying mode that was once a gift from Sorn. And they lowered an anchor down so that the golem could step onto the anchor and be airlifted out of the.
Oh, so the golem's the
Starforge.
thing that can help create things, though, right?
No, the forge itself is needed to create things, but the Yama did make a
golem fights
deal.
for us.
Oh, sorry, Karu made a deal with the master smith, the dwarf, that he would help defend the city with his golem, and then you would help him destroy the golem if it survives the defense of the city, and then he promises to imbue or upgrade one of your weapons.
Amazing.
The main thing was that the Gundam is too powerful and can't afford to be fall into the wrong hands, etc. So he made his condition for helping you or upgrade your gear coming back to the Starforge would be that you'd help him destroy this thing.
Rightio. Okay.
So much like an actual Gundam in the series.
Yeah, they're always flying them into the sun or whatever, and then they have to go get them again because actually, oh wait, there's a big enough threat that like we do need these big weapons that were too dangerous actually. Yeah.
They were only too dangerous then. Now they're actually kind of cool.
Yeah. Now the enemy's got stuff that's also too dangerous, so it's actually it's okay. Etc.
God, I love Gundam.
It's pretty good. Yeah. So that was indeed the last session. So you have left the Starforge. Kate, do you remember what? I think there was some discussion around what you wanted to upgrade or merge to get. You wanted to merge something together. I think was.
I was talking about merging one of the swords that Karu currently has. So that I could upgrade my sword, because I currently just have like a +1, and I was hoping to get some sweet benefits, but negotiation.
Well, unfortunately, you didn't lock all that in, I guess, before your compatriots, your real-world compatriots came back, and now they're all going to fight for upgrades to their weapons, so that'll be a fun discussion for you to have.
I'm fine.
Well, yes. Well, we'll get to you, won't we? So you guys have arrived in the city of Brindol. You can see refugees sort of arriving on overcrowded ships, people starved, injured. It's impossible to miss the fact that Brindol is a city at war, even though as of yet there are no smoldering fires or war-torn battlefields. Soldiers toil in what only a few weeks ago were perhaps idyllic orchards and farms around the edge of the city leading up to the beach. now they're digging trenches, raising watchtowers, and securing wooden palisades. The city is almost completely surrounded by a 20-foot high wall of stone. The only stretch not protected in this way is there is obviously some beach and things like that. Two bridges cross a sort of river or a channel that kind of goes through the island and connect the city. The city kind of straddles that channel or that river. A large, well-built keep of stone surmounts this hill. Its majestic towers rivaled by the presence of a nearby grand cathedral. And despite the city's silence, the streets are strangely silent and empty. Patrols of soldiers march down some roads, but there is little sign of the normal mercantile activity one might expect. Upon closer inspection, it seems that many of the town's buildings have been boarded over. War has indeed come to Brindol.
Bum, bum, bum.
Why don't you describe to me, Yama, or whoever wants to, kind of what it looks like as La Floridita arrives and you begin unpacking. So who's giving the orders? Who's taking charge as you guys get landfall?
A question for Polly. You're adult age. Have you assumed control again? Like Yama was acting captain, but he was very much just filling a gap.
Yeah, sure, absolutely, happy to. Oh shit! My map has now gone funny though.
I haven't even been able to get back into Foundry since. Well, Yama has experience with war and mobilizing, but he's always been on the opposition. You know what I mean? He's never been under siege. He's always been the one laying siege. So I guess he can give advice from maybe that angle. But you're he absolutely defers to you, Captain Paulie, in terms of giving orders to the men and stuff like that. He's just probably giving small advice or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe let's we could say just the mark, maybe as we start to leave the Star Forge, you guys come back and then Paulie's mullet's just grown out fully. He's like, "G'day guys, how are we?"
Oh shit! You're looking good. Is that a little bit of a mustache? Am I seeing
the mustache is still there, but it's kind of come down a bit. So the feathers above the lip have kind of parted a bit, and there's one little feather going down. He's got a little bit of a dirty stash going on right now.
As a fellow mullet person, Karu's like, the haircut, yes, back. It's back.
Yep, absolutely.
Looking strong.
Yeah. Could be longer at the back, just saying.
It'll get there, don't worry.
You're more of a partier than that.
But yeah, I mean, bugger, let's go. I mean, what's up, guys? Yeah, I mean, look, still pretty young at this stuff, but things are coming back to me a little bit. So yeah, absolutely, I'm happy to lead.
All right. Tell me what's how are you taking command? Do you ask to be taken to see their leaders? Are you just getting your own guys settled and squared away? What is the what's the go?
I reckon getting everyone settled and squared away is a very good idea. Mm-hmm. Just making sure everyone's happy. Maybe talk to Ratty and go look, you've done a really good job, mate. It's not every time you go through adolescence and the teen years twice. So thank you.
Yama might be asking to see the leaders. If only to tell them here's where we've seen people, they're XYZ days behind us. We have these people kind of on their way to join us. We can put the golem here. So maybe he's more got a map that he's been doodling on, and he kind of brings it a bit of a show and tell, like, here's the information we have, what have you got, kind of thing.
Excellent. Well, yeah, okay, so you're led to the, I think, so people vouch for you, or kind of like, you're able to talk to some guards and kind of get led up to the main keep. You're kind of ushered to the Great Hall of Lord Yarmouth to meet with the leader and discuss the defenses. And you enter as you enter the Great Hall, there's sort of a low murmur of a dozen muted conversations falling silent as the great double doors at the southern end of the Great Hall are opened. Now, how does... in my head, Yama opens the door like Aragon, and...
Yes, it's a double door. Yeah, 100%. I think he does, and there's like, he's got his like group behind him. Captain Paulie, if he comes as like right hand man. Like there's no golem with them, but I feel like they've landed with such panache almost that there's like gossiping kind of flows from behind them, or maybe there was a runner that ran ahead to like kind of be like, oh my god, this like group is coming, the ones from that like original town that we saved.
Drellin's Ferry?
Yeah, Drellin's Ferry, and Yama's like, I feel like he says something ridiculous like "Good day, Lord." Like, he's like
Complete
always
opposite. Yeah.
he's like always like etiquette, but the kind of presence that this like group has feels a bit wrong to him, maybe.
Well, the room beyond is a large chamber. The floors polished smooth, and the walls set with many alcoves, each containing a trophy or a work of art. The ceiling rises to a cavernous height of nearly 40 feet, and narrow windows reach nearly to that height along the northern wall. A single long table dominates the middle of the room, its surface covered with books, maps, ledgers, parchments, sketches, drinks, and plates of half each. Clearly, this great hall has sort of been converted into a war room, and you see, and I think with your history, Yama, you know that people have been spending long nights in here, eating all their meals in here, kind of thing, planning out the defense of the town. So you introduce yourself, is that right?
Yeah, like, good day, lords. My captain, Captain Paulie. I am Yama. I've met a few of you, and perhaps you have heard of us sailing the coast. I bring only information, perhaps some advice if you ask it, but please, like, listen. We know where they have been. We know somewhat their numbers, and we definitely know their intentions. If you'll hear us, we would share what we know, and we can speak to our allies as well that are planning on joining us already.
You recognize so one of the guys you don't recognize, he introduces himself, or in fact he probably he introduces himself informally. He is Lord Yarmouth, clearly the kind of lord of this castle, and with him are a number of others. One you or a couple you recognize, in fact. Speaker Whiston, who was the speaker of Drellin's Ferry, and the Celeria Starsinger sits there quietly and somewhat awkwardly during the introduction. She's perhaps not used to being around so many humans and above water, but she sort of, upon seeing you all, kind of nods. Nods in recognition when you arrive. Yeah, Celeria Starsinger was the leader of the kind of sea elves. So it seems that they've sent their leader out here to help out with everything. And I think her eyes, across all of you, maybe there's a obviously a lot of recognition when she sees Yama, and Paulie maybe not as much, but you can see when her eyes fall on you, Karu, it's almost like stone faced, like she's trying to give nothing away, but by doing so, you realize that there's something.
She knows everything.
Yeah.
I give her a wink.
I
Because I already know I'm fucked. I might as well have fun.
love it so much.
Excellent.
Oh shit.
You get sort of brought up to speed a little bit on the kind of different groups that have started to arrive and have come together. The ones you recognize, obviously, Drellin's Ferry, the people from Drellin's Ferry, the kind of people you helped escape and extricate, and the sea elves who have kind of thrown in with you, and you're notified that the elves from the church have dispatched, have started arriving as well, and have set up in the local chapel. In fact, in fact, we had to move a number of our wounded out of there to accommodate. Well, we've had to kind of partition it because we had a lot of refugees already coming in, people undergoing starvation, people who have escaped raids. And we have a cleric tending to a lot of those, but they needed their own space for their own preparation, and as long as for now there's peace holding, but I don't want a religious civil war in my town just as we're about to get attacked. So we're kind of keeping them separate. But I will have, if possible, I will have you head there and chat with the leaders of both these religious factions, and just sort of keep them in line if you do head down there.
Yeah, we can totally do this. And Yama's eyes like slide to Karu and back, like with no inflection on his face.
Yeah.
Karu gives Yama a wink too.
Paulie audibly says wink.
Trust.
What else can we expect? Actually, they fill you in that they sent out sailors with chests full of gold to recruit some dwarven mercenaries, the Shining Axe Company, but we've heard no response. It seems like they're staying out of the conflict.
Guess we needed more money for them.
Yeah, we had some money, but not all of it.
I think so. We got a golem. We're fine. I'm not worried.
Well, maybe they can still be convinced.
Did we end up getting in contact with the Pirate Council as well? So they're coming?
Yep.
Good.
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 So from my list here, you obviously destroyed the Skull Gorge Bridge and sort of flooded that way. You cleared Vrath Keep and killed Wormlord Koth. You evacuated and set traps in Drellin's Ferry. You recruited the Sea Giants. The Sea Elves are also helping you tentatively on Karu's Oath. You've killed the Ghost Lord, which means the Summer Court can now help. And you've paid the pirate captains a couple of thousand gold plus plunder rights on anything that they attack. And of course, you have the runic golem that you've brought with you. So I would say that puts you in the realm of 13 victory points. The question is, do you think that is enough?
Sounds good.
How much longer do we have?
Excellent question. You probably have some time. I don't know what where my Bailey.
She's got thoughts on what we should do.
She's got a lot of thoughts. I have here that it is the 3rd of chess. And what do my notes say about the go date for the battle? Oh no, 13th.
It was the first. It was the first. The town's gone.
The town's already gone. Don't even worry about it. I'd say you probably have like another. You probably have like another 5-10 days, something like that. So there's more time to do some prep, but obviously some of that prep costs you, right? But it also means you have some time to, if you need to do some shopping and things like that. That is also on the cards. You also have a.
We should buy a shit ton of potions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do some forging.
Well, I think Lord Yama says, if you're looking for, potions of healing and things like that, I think we are able to. We have some supplies of those, but I think they're all in the church currently. So you'll have to go there if you want anything like that. On a meta level, I'll say like many of the shopkeepers and all that kind of stuff have donated potion scrolls, etc. You'll be able to kind of draw on those resources in a limited quantity, I guess. And there's clerics and things like that that can potentially help you kind of like out of combat if need be while you're under siege. But this is also a town under siege, so it's not like, or a town that's about to be under siege, so no one's brought their best, merchants are kind of staying clear, if that makes sense. So that you're probably not going to find like super cool stuff.
Super
I think,
unique
like, what
and-
other factions are there right now? I mean, we could also get in. I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's the Hammerfist Dwarves. If you don't remember, you intercepted, or you found some of the gold that was intended to
Money.
go there. I've been playing it that you have not told anyone that you have gotten that gold.
Mhm.
So that's
Right.
fine. You didn't steal the gold. I mean, they had become shipwrecked and attacked, and you recovered some of that gold, and also the contract, or I guess the receipt of, hey, Hammerfist Dwarves, here's the gold. Please come to our
And
aid.
plus,
And you never delivered it. There are, of course,
Yeah, that sounds right.
yes,
Hold
yes.
up.
But you have a lot of other things. I mean, there's other things you can do around the town. That potentially just going around and giving speeches and helping out in giving them siege defense or talking up to the church and getting them more on board, etc., etc. Maybe smugglers guilds and whatnot. But it is sort of ticking down.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the way I see this is we're going to kind of wrap up this kind of prep. We'll introduce this new character as well that will potentially help you, definitely join you, and then this session will kind of end, I guess, at the first battle of the siege.
Hell yes.
Look,
Do we want to?
exciting.
Oh, I mean, like I feel like we need ballast day. Would you say?
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
ballast day. We need ballast day for the dragons.
Love that.
And a chain to go across the river.
Mm.
We need chains. Chains to stop boats.
I would love it if it was like a grappling kind of ballast day for the dragons, so we can like ground them basically.
Love that.
Mm. Maybe we can work with the blacksmiths to create
Yeah,
something.
and there's the other engineers.
Yeah, engineers.
I guess so. I don't see why not. There'd definitely be some level of engineers here because they've got big gates and it's a very well-to-do city. So everyone has been kind of conscripted into this war effort for sure.
Hell yeah. I think we definitely work with the blacksmiths, as you said, and
Mm-hmm.
we get some engineers on working on making some ballistae,
Mhm.
and then get the engineers working on a big old chain link that we can then, like a chain link that we can run across the river, and then just
Mhm.
like raise it up so we can crash some ships.
That's fun.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Maybe even set it on fire. Go
Ooh.
Constantinople style.
Burn down the whole city.
No.
I'm here for it.
And then they can't get it.
Because we killed it first.
Exactly. What are they going to do?
All right, so talk to some blacksmiths, talk to the church, help the townspeople.
Maybe they're in the Brindol Academy. That's what the
I'm surprised you didn't go that. Maybe they're in the Thirsty Zombie or the Shank Shivs or the Craven
Now.
Raven. All
Which
more.
place?
The Brindle Academy is the last place I would expect Paulie to go to.
That was
We're saying the engineers.
Sure.
I mean they're not as cool as Paulie, okay? They're the places that Paulie would go. They're not the places you would look for nerds.
So you guys are all in Foundry, right? I really can't get in. It just says no games available. Games not available while in game mode or something.
I'm definitely in.
I'm in.
Yeah, we're all in. Hit a hot refresh.
I've been refreshing and refreshing.
Okay,
This
sorry.
game is unavailable while the game manager is enabled. I don't know what that means. Anyway, that's fine. I'll just do Twitch.
That's all good. There's a map of the city there. Hopefully that helps. Cool. All right. So I guess you have a couple of days. So you have plenty of time to kind of organize these sorts of things. I think we should cut across to the Cathedral of Paylor, where the even as you approach, even in the square itself, there's kind of makeshift tents set up. Lots and lots of cots kind of set up, and wounded being tended to. You hear the crying and moaning of children, people who have gone through injuries, people who have been separated from families, etc. You can even see over in the side though is kind of separate from everyone and giving everyone giving them plenty of space. You see the Church of the Divine Sapphire going through. They've got a small contingent here. It looks like, or at least a small contingent so far, going around. Some of them are offering aid and succor and things like that, but most of them are kind of training and getting ready to fight. When you enter the cathedral itself, again, all of the ostentatious cathedral is still there, but it has been sort of taken over by this air of necessity and this air of injury and healing. You see lots of people in robes kind of ducking around, carrying bowls of boiling water and bandages and things like that. And you see someone who seems to be kind of running the show, and is standing around giving orders, but also actively tending to people. You can see her doing some magics and offering prayers. Dylan, can you please describe what our players see, our party sees when they see your character?
Well, at this point, they would see about a 6 foot tall Earth Genasi, but also looks a little bit like Dumrakir, which is a bit weird.
Be dummy thick. I just knew he was dummy thick. Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
No, not dummy thick. But she's currently talking to
Shit.
another
Whoops.
one of the the healers here that is quite clear from a different god, and carrying on about how Merkel is the best god of death. All right, like who better to help people dying than the one that tries to take them? Because now I know how to fix them. You know. And I like to think that they're like arguing back, and I like shove them, but I shove them a little bit too hard. And they like stumble back and fall over, and I'm like, oh shit, let me help you there. Help them back up. And I look over, I'm like, what are you doing in my cathedral? What do you want? I'm very busy arguing with this idiot. But yeah, what's up? Does someone need something? Are you guys hurt? That bird looks kind of ill.
I mean, yeah, I always,
Rude.
I always look ill. It's pretty normal. I just came out of puberty like for the second time. It's very difficult.
It's true.
I don't want to know. I don't need to know. It's okay. Yep, that'll happen. And I walk over. I'm like, you don't need to tell me. And can I make? Oh, I don't. Damn. Okay. Can I make a medicine check on the bird? Because I think something's really wrong with it.
I don't think you want to know what's wrong with the bird.
I'm a healer. I have to check.
Sure. Give me a medicine check.
It's a 17.
Well, it's the bird is definitely. I mean, it's very youthful and it's got that youthful exuberance. It's still got the kind of tail end of some acne scarring underneath the feathers. Possibly very early signs of someone gave alcohol to this bird as a child syndrome.
Cirrhosis of the liver. Yeah, I see that. I do see that. How do you have that so young?
You got to start drinking young, don't you?
I like this one. Well,
We also see, this isn't a psych medicine check though, so we're okay, right?
I don't give a shit what's wrong with your brain. As long as you can stand and hold a sword, you're good here. Cool. All right, we're good. Well, anyway, I am Aleph.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who are you and why do you?
Sorry, I get carried away. Well, I was given the church by that Lord, what's his face? I came along and offered my help, and he was like, well, you can have the church. And I was like, cool. And then I've just been fighting with all the other practitioners around here, you know, because they're all for those really good, nice gods. Mine's a little bit less than that.
Who's your god?
Merkel, if you've heard of him.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, there's no cathedrals for him. Anyway, not up here. Just completely breezes past that. Yeah. Well, I go. Just sorry. Give me 1 second. Walk back over to the guy that I pushed over by accident. Like help him back up. I'm like, you know, you can get up on your own, right? I didn't hurt you that much. Jesus Christ. I walk back over. I'm like, he'll be fine. What do you need help with something? Like, what's going on? You need healing, or
We need to make sure we have potions for this fight coming up. Really. I mean,
Oh, they're over there.
to be honest,
I haven't looked at them. They're pretty shit.
to be honest, we always get really hurt, and we might need more than potions.
Like someone to put you out of your misery.
Preferably.
Okay. I can do that.
But I had
pretty good at that.
coming back from it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Look, fair enough. I have been around though. You wouldn't happen to be the crew of that weird flying ship, would you?
Yeah, we just came in on the wind.
Oh, that's some weird wee
Literally.
woo shit. That's weird. That's real strange. I don't know. That shit. Things that big should not fly. It doesn't make sense. But look.
I mean, I'm the captain. My name's Paulie, by the way. I should probably introduce myself. And you've got our sexy grandpa over here, Tiyama, and then the not so dummy thick, more like wiry, and you know that they could hold you really tight in the middle of the
Are you flirting with me because
I'm
for
just
them?
I mean, I don't have to, but
Like,
No, I
trust me, I don't.
but
I
I like
don't
it.
I don't have to flirt for Karu. That's Karu. by the way.
okay. Well, yeah. Nice to meet you. I'm again Aleph. And
Which, I
I'll,
mean, yeah, I mean, look, are you planning to stay here for the siege? You gonna go out
I
there
mean,
and
look, I got nothing better to do.
You seem a little bit too violent for like the hospice.
Hey,
Maybe your talents
hey.
would be better elsewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen this holy symbol? It's like decayed and falling apart.
Nope.
And I'm also
Yes.
like seeing maybe the like muscles, like as you're like waving it.
Oh no, I'm not that muscly.
No,
She's not that
okay.
muscly. She's an earth genasi, so she's made like half of stone.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
rocky
Cool.
abs.
Yeah, these rock hard abs. They're literally made of rock.
Yama
yeah.
punches her in the abs. No.
Ow, I still feel pain.
No,
Like,
no,
you
no.
give Yama a little whack on the back, and you just feel like essentially like a stone smashing you in the back.
Yeah, I think
Just like a big
I think you
Demrick
get
laugh.
along. I really think you should come with us.
Oh man, look! I look around.
And I feel like the other clergymen are all just like, go, get out of here.
Please take her with you. Yeah.
I'll look around and I'll be like, all right, well, like everyone here has just like I've been going around tending to everyone one by one. It's like,
What
oh, you'll be okay.
what
You'll be
does
all
what
right."
does Merkel's grace look like as you go around offering assistance and comfort to those close to death, or
So
maybe not even close to death?
you're just making them closer to death so that I can fix it.
Perfect.
So yeah, no, she's when you see like when she's been tending to the people, like the people in here don't know what power she really has. Like the people that have been with her for the last X amount of time, she's just been tending to them with medicine and doing like maybe a little like a little cure wounds, like a very low level cure wounds. Just like you'll be okay. Something small, not a big show of anything. But when she's like, "Oh, I've there's some new friends," well, all right, I guess. And I'm just gonna say there's 6 people that look really unwell along one side of the cathedral wall. And like she's like, just give me, these guys will die if I don't do something. Maybe if I do something, but we'll see. And I'm gonna like, she starts to cast a little bit, like holds up her holy symbol. And you see she is trying hard to not let the power of her god influence as much of it. So the symbol like cracks a little bit more, like a bit of fragment falls off. And it's like this sickly green sort of necrotic light comes out, but then like circling around her, but then in the opposite direction, like a fire comes out as well, like a holy fire. And then she's going to cast Mass Cure Wounds at 5th level and just heal them all. And then be like, well, anyone else? Need some help? Or I like to think at that point, they're like, get out. She's like, fair enough. Starts walking towards the door and then grabs like she's wearing, I should have described what she's wearing as well. She's wearing very much like a mix between like a light samurai's armor, but also pirate clothes because she's been traveling around on ships. So very much like the token. But then she'll grab on the way out. She just like grabs by the door. Oh, she's like, give me but a moment. Disappears around the corner for a second. Comes back out with a giant greatsword on her back.
Dick.
And she's like, I'm good. That's all I got, I guess. Like ties a little pouch to her belt, and she's like, I'm good to go, I guess. They don't want me here. They're scared of me. And she like faints one of the other priests.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're
look,
not
I'm
scared
a bit scared of you, but it's more like scaroused.
Yeah, look, I'll take it. I get that a lot.
Yama's like swooning.
I get that a lot, you know. Like, I have that effect on people, but then she like trips and falls over. She's like, fuck.
You'll fit in just fine.
It's going so well. But yeah, if you need potions and that sort of stuff, the Lord Guy, like they hoarded them all over in this corner over here. Like, go nuts. They won't need them. Let's be real. They're not gonna survive the day. She says it a little bit too loud.
Definitely grab a few potions if that's okay. But I mean, yeah, I mean we got a healer now, so that's pretty cool.
Huge improvement. Let's go talk to the church. That's fine, right, Karu?
What? Why are we talking to them? I'm
Well,
not sure.
We don't need to talk to
Is
the
it-
church. I am the church.
No, different
Wait,
church.
are you the church?
Oh.
This is the cathedral, isn't it?
Yeah, we're talking about the
cathedrals are churches.
seals.
Yeah, we're
Talking about
talking
the
about
Oh.
seals church. The
specific church.
golden people.
Yeah. They look kind of like you.
Yes.
You're
Very
nicer than them.
Astute. I am.
You're much nicer
which
than
is-
those guys.
They don't like that.
Oh.
A lot prettier too.
Too nice.
Yes, I. You know what? Yes, I am better than them. Let's go talk to them.
I didn't say that.
You
but we did.
implied it, and I
But
understood.
we did.
All right, whatever. I don't care. Whatever keeps you happy, all right? As long as
Not
I can.
being near them keeps me happy
So where are we going to them? I'll go talk to them if you want.
because we have to get them on side. I think.
Mhm.
All right, don't let me do it.
No, I wasn't going to.
They were. I don't
worry
think they
about
like
that.
me very much.
Yeah, the Lord Yama dude made it sound like they were about to create some civil unrest or something.
They definitely mentioned there was like some conflict between the healing side of the church and kind of the preparing for war side of the church. But also, I mean, that could have actually, now that you've met Aelith, you realize that could have actually just been Aelith butting heads with a lot of
Oh.
people.
A strong personality.
Yeah, just different ideas of the best way to cure people. Some say that death is the permanent cure. You know what I mean?
I mean, them and their happy, nice, good gods. Who needs them? Evil gods are where it's at. They're way more fun.
Yes. Okay.
Noted.
Hmm.
All right, well then, so that's sorted.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Wait.
those nerds that want to like start war and stuff. The guys getting ready. They're over here, and I'll take them
Yep.
over to them if they want to. If that's where you want to go.
Well, I guess if we can avoid it, I would prefer to avoid it. I'm sure Karu would have preferred to avoid it.
Like I said. Oh, wait, no, I said this to myself in my head. I'm already fucked, so it's fine.
I mean, if you guys don't want to go, I can take my new friend, Paul. Is it Paul?
Paulie.
Oh, Paul Lee. Really? You look like a Paul.
Definitely Paulie.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, I suppose you've lived twice. It's double your name now. I mean, we can go and have a chat to him. He seems like a real stand-up guy.
What,
Like
Paulie?
Paulie's poking like Paulie's like while Aelith is saying that Paulie's poking some guy's like gun wound, going like, "Ugh."
Yeah, he's
this is what
great.
it's like
I
when
love
shoot
this guy.
people
That's what I
tricky.
What's wrong with this? Why does this hurt? Or should we all go together? I don't know. I'm the new guy here. Like, I'm fucking don't listen to me.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind. We can go. I don't have a problem with confronting these people.
Well,
Yeah,
we have
let's-
them on side and convinced to help us already. I thought we had to go and stop a fight, but it seems like we're taking the fight away from the
away.
Oh, it's fine. You know what
And
I
I
mean?
mean, if we're doing that, then fine. That's perfect. Then let's just leave it
Yeah,
at that.
that's fine. Let's so speaking of nerds, we could go find some blacksmiths, engineers.
So I'm looking at my notes here in the session. Effectively, you reckon you can probably find about 5,000 gold worth of stuff, right? So like I'll let you buy things that are, if they exist in the Dungeon Master's Guide, you can buy those up to a total party limit of about 5,000 gold, and then you've kind of exhausted everything. So I think if it's in the DMG, you can probably purchase it. So if you want to make a list, if you don't necessarily want to,
Yeah. How big of a chain can we buy from that?
I think you could
I don't
probably
think
just.
you need to buy that.
I don't think
though.
you need to buy a chain. I think you can commandeer chain. That's fine.
Okay.
But I think in terms of like potions and stuff like that, I think it's somewhat. I'll let you have it somewhat free reign as long as it's in the
Righty.
DMG. If it's the super awesome potion of kills a dragon in one hit, then I don't think those are in the DMG. But if they are,
Well,
then
Damn,
No,
I already
I
had,
reserve-
I already had
three of
5 of
those.
those.
yeah, I reserve the right to fuck those right off.
I'll have a look. I'll have a look at the list in a sec.
Yeah, some of the stuff might not have prices on it anyway, but yeah. Why is this in the DMG? Holy Avenger antimatter rifle. That's
That's
Done.
part of the DMG,
One
I
of-
guess.
One of those, please.
Yeah, basic starter item right there.
12.
I could be a
gold.
sniper
Done.
rifle, antimatter rifle healer. Why not?
yeah. Yeah.
Totally fits the vibe.
I know I just joined the group, guys, but that 5,000 gold, I'm worth it.
I need it.
I'll be right back. I just gotta get rid of this bowl.
Well, yeah, Yama, like, I'd love to go see the blacksmith because I'd also love to talk to somebody about my sword.
About your sword.
My sword
Mhm.
upgrades, if I can get that going, because if we've got like 5-ish days, like a week,
Yeah.
I'd love to get that started. But then we can also talk about Polly's awesome, like, mind inventions and making them become a reality.
Absolutely. And then we'll also do the speeches thing you mentioned before, Dan. That's a great idea. Get everyone amped up.
Yeah, motivational speeches.
Damn straight.
Start a class.
Start a podcast.
Yeah. You'll play them for like loudspeakers. It's like required listening.
Yeah.
Slash
What better
propaganda.
thing to do when the world burns? Just sit around talking.
That seems to be what everyone seems to be doing.
Exactly what's happening right now.
It's Polly's fireside bands or something like that.
Fast friends with Paulie.
Cool. All right. Well, over the next couple of days, you go to work helping shore up the defenses of the city, and you're included in sort of many days of battle plans and whatnot. Who's kind of the main go-to person for the council? If the council is like reaching out to speak with you, brave adventurers, who's their main kind of contact?
I feel like Yama should still be running this though on that front because you actually have battle knowledge and you know how they fight.
All right, well, let's go.
Paulie's just
Yama
a silly little
for,
parrot
like-
boy.
I would accompany
Yama-
Yama just because
Yama
I've been
for-
here a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're definitely
and
known
the
to the
pe-
council, and are in a position of they put you in a position of authority, or you kind of just walked into that. If it,
I took
Position
the
of authority.
position. I punched a priest in the head, and I was like, "This is my spot. Get out."
I think you're our PR manager.
Oh, you don't want that.
For this war.
Be the greatest PR ever for Merkel.
That's so funny.
Lots of deaths.
So yeah, come to Yama for battlefield tactics, ally liaison, Polly for all things ship and crew.
So you're sort of, I guess, so yeah, we'll split up the party then and have the two of you kind of in the battle plan with council, and I guess like Karu and Paulie are out there, levying chains across the river. Karu, your ability to breathe underwater, of course, invaluable in setting some of this stuff up. But you over here through
Ballast Day as well.
through the discussions, Yama, there are kind of three main. There's a couple of different tactics they're considering. They've been debating for long hours on how to meet the initial result, and they've narrowed it down to two options. Lord Yarmouth wants to meet the horde in the fields and in the open ocean, like on the beach itself, outside the city walls. He hopes this tactic will slow down the Red Hand's advance, and if successful, keep much damage from being done to the city itself. Captain Ulverth argues that this tactic would cost too many lives, and the horde, because the Red Hand outnumbers Brindol's forces so greatly, that to meet them on equal ground would be foolish. He maintains that the army should use the city walls and buildings as fortifications. Let the Hand expend precious resources battering down walls and houses, while the defenders focus on defense rather than fight at a disadvantage in the field. The other kind of council members are somewhat undecided on what is the better battle tactic. They don't want Brindle's buildings to take damage, but at the same time, they don't want to put the army at unnecessary risk. Do you encourage or,
Yeah, so Yama speaks to the benefits of like keeping to behind the walls, making narrow bottlenecks where they can, where there's like gates or openings or buildings and stuff like that. And then, speaks about their dragon and air kind of tactics, so how we need to do like anti-air and take care of that as well. So yeah, he argues, I think, for staying behind the walls.
And I think Lord Yarmouth is like, oh look, I'm sure you're very capable, Sir Yama, but this is a goblin horde we're dealing with. I'm sure my men are more than up to the task. Anytime we've dealt with goblins, you rush out there, you give them a quiet thrashing, and they're off and running. How is this any different?
Well, for one, excuse me, I hate to call out the slight racism, but this is a hobgoblin army. Not quite, the little runts that I feel like you're suggesting. This is a extremely experienced militaristic society that is hell-bent on possessing this land and all the land around it. We have some amazing allies on our team, extremely varied and extremely powerful. I think we bring ourselves to the center, the heart, behind our defenses. We let them come to us and we pick them off. I think it's really important that we keep in mind that hobgoblins, like myself, are extremely intelligent and extremely battle-minded, and yeah.
Aelith will like chime in and be like, Yama, you should never tell anyone that you're extremely intelligent when proving a point.
I am so intelligent. Listen to me.
But then I'll chime in and be like, yeah, they hobgoblins stand about yay tall. I put my hand like right next to Yama's head. Like they generally of this color. Some are different. But they can be scary, but they can also be really lovely. But this one, lovely.
Aww.
Those ones,
Aww,
scary as fuck. Although I haven't seen this one fight yet, so I could be afraid of this one later. I don't know. But yeah, from what I've seen, like I only arrived here like a little while, like within the last few weeks. But from what I've seen, don't meet them in open battle. Like. I'm here to heal people. I can't heal people if they're cut in half.
Yeah, we basically we don't want to be spread out and separated from each other. We want to present a united front, strong,
And anyone that wants to run away, I will judge you harshly.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage, Yama, since you have Aelith on your side.
Helping me out.
Yeah, don't let me roll it. I got a -1.
Oh, yeah, I got a natural 1 and a natural 19 for 22.
Hell yeah.
22 is
Hells
good.
yeah.
So I think there's a little bit of like nodding, and I think Lady Carl is instantly like, you're absolutely right, sir. We shouldn't be putting our guards in peril on some unduly risky gamble. And she kind of shoots a glance over at Lord Yarmouth, like he's an idiot.
I'm gonna raise a finger and be like, I'm not a sir. Just give like an eyebrow raise, just staring at her like, acknowledge me.
And I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna pat you on the back. Like, it's yeah, there.
I'm going for my sword.
But yeah, ultimately, I think that over the course of many hours of discussion, you've kind of turned the tide, though, turned that kind of stalemate, and it is starting to plan that, okay, the defenses will mount the walls and will hold the walls. Give me an insight check, Yama.
Insight.
Could I insight too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Or actually, no.
Hi,
This.
brothers.
Oh yeah, you can.
7.
But yeah, what Yama gets out of this will be different.
Yes. Mine's 18.
Cool.
A 7 versus an 18. Nice.
A 7 from you, Yama.
Yeah, plus 7. He's so
Interesting.
insightful.
Yeah.
And a +1.
Okay. Yeah. You think
Cool.
all you get then, Yama, is like these. Maybe it's based off that previous conversation you've just had, or like in fiction it's like hours ago, right? And you've been talking with these people for hours. They don't. Yeah, they're not taking they're taking it seriously. Clearly, like they've been. There's a lot of people turning up here, but they they're definitely not like considering what happens then if the walls fall.
Yeah, like if we
Like,
lose.
Yeah, Lord Yama thought like, oh, we'll just beat them on the beach, and you've said, oh no, wait, like
Yeah.
we'll beat them on the walls.
Yeah,
But
he's talking about like the buildings, and yeah, okay.
Yeah. Aelith, you're you realize that there is certainly some still, like, even though this is a war council, you should all be on the same side, there's like weirdly rivalries still here. So Lady Veressa Carl, she still sees Lord Yarmouth as kind of a rival, and is like occasionally trying to either undermine his authority, or if Yama's like, oh, that's a bit silly, we should do it this way, she's like, yes, absolutely, oh, that's it up. Like, there's people are still playing politics here.
Yeah.
And I think
Yama's gonna like.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Well, I think
No,
you get that. Lady Carl is saying that placing all the clerics in the cathedral makes them too difficult to reach in emergencies. So she wants them like out and about and spread out. But Lord Yarmouth like doesn't want people on the streets. He doesn't want he wants to keep them safe and like tucked away in in the cathedrals and in the houses and so on. The captain just wants the best interest for his soldiers. The Tredora, who is the Tredora Goldenbrow, is like one of she was probably like the head of the Palor Church that you kind of put you in charge, and was like, hey, you seem to be the most powerful kind of cleric here apart from myself, like, can you run things while I'm in the battle council stuff?
And now I'm here too.
Yeah.
But I would like to walk up, like, because I've been generally hanging back, just like chiming in as I can, and just letting Yama do his thing. Because I'm the new guy. But I'm gonna like walk up. I'm gonna like walk over, lean my sword against the table. Like the table moves a little bit when I place my sword against it.
Sure.
And I want to like just start like strategizing a little bit. I'm gonna be like, so look, I see where you're all coming from, right? I get it. You want clerics out in the streets. You want them up in the buildings. You want your soldiers to be safe and whatever. you know, no man alone, right? So I think we get, how many clerics do we have on hand? It doesn't matter. We get a group of 5 soldiers, right? And we get a cleric. And we post them up in opportune spots around the city. So if anyone gets hurt, there's a cleric that's protected, right? If any of your soldiers get hurt, the cleric can help them. If the cleric gets hurt, the soldiers could give him a potion, I guess. But like, I feel like that's the way to do it. And then if anyone gets caught out or any of the citizens, weaklings, get caught, they've got aid nearby. I feel like that's the way to do it, really, because if you put them all inside, what happens if they're in the cathedral and something happens at the northern gate? You got to get them all the way back through to the cathedral. Like, it just seems like a bit of a pain in the ass. Or even the east gate, any of the gates, they're all so far away. Maybe the south gate's not too bad. But,
Can I make a bit more of a direct approach? Maybe while Aelith is speaking tactics, Yama is kind of watching the room, watching where their eyes are. They're probably like gossiping to each other, strategizing about how they can come out on top of their, the other people that are here in this room.
Mm-hmm.
And Yama is going to, I'd love to kind of go more of an intimidation / break the table kind of route. And just a double hand down to the table, make some kind of big crack. And he's like, you're all just messing around. You're playing with each other. You're playing off each other. You're talking about saving the buildings. You're talking about saving 1 or 2 lives. The reason why we're holding up in the city is not to save buildings. We're not going out onto the beach to fight them, when they have ships, when they have advantages. We're holding up here because their force is bigger than ours. They have more experience than us. They're just stronger genetically. We are fighting a battle here. We are fighting a war, and you all need to get your heads out of your asses, stop playing politics, stop jousting for power, and work together. And I just want to I'm going intimidation.
I'm gonna give Yama a pat on I'm gonna give Yama a pat on the back at the same time and guidance.
Ooh, very good.
Nice. Okay, here we go. Intimidation and guidance is a 1d4.
1d4.
Please roll. Oh wait, go away. Roll 1d4. All right, so it's a damn it, it's a 21.
21 is good. 21 is good. Let me.
Aelith is also going to add on to this and just be like, and if you don't want to actually pay attention and strategize correctly and actually figure this the fuck out, children, get away from the table and let the adults do what we're here to do.
Yeah. Love it.
So yeah, I think that's an incredible. There's sort of like a moment of silence, and you can see that there's a lot of flushed faces, except for your sea elf friend, Selria Starsinger. She has been kind of staying out of it a lot in terms of the discussions, and I think you can see sort of a bit of satisfaction on her face when you kind of pull things back into order, right, with your outburst. She has been kind of you certainly noticed that she hasn't been having a lot of input, mostly because this isn't her city, right? She's got her troops. She'll kind of do what she sees right, or kind of take them places that they need to be, but ultimately hasn't been putting into this is why this is important or whatever. But I think she, in the silence that follows your outburst, she gives you the kind of smile and nod of a saged leader of good job. Whilst Lord Yarmarth and the other, the head of the Palor Church, Golden Brow, there's and even Lady Carl are all kind of blushing at you've just put them in their place, put them in their corner, chastised them a little bit.
Yeah.
I will pull the other cleric aside and just be like, you need to keep your head in the game. I may be a powerful cleric, but I can't do this on my own. I don't care who you think you are going to be a part of this battle. And you may be the make it or break it to this. We need your help.
With your insight of 18, she actually seems pretty keen to get amongst it. You realize that it's actually your Lord Yarmouth trying to petition like that the cleric should remain safe.
He wants them for himself.
You realize that it's sort of a in fact, you realize that you've been hearing rumors since you've been here, Aelith, that the rest of the party wouldn't understand at all. You realize that it's a bit of an open secret that no one really speaks of openly, but you would certainly have picked this up in the church itself, that the head of the clerics and Lord Yarmouth are lovers, and it seems like he's trying to protect her for the battle to come.
Oh, do I offend everyone in the room? I'll just shoot. I'll be talking to her directly, like my whole spiel of like, you are going to get in on this fucking battle. Simple as that. And then I'll like go to walk out of the room, grab my sword, put it back on my back, like and I'll look at him and be like, you don't need to protect her. I'm more afraid of her than I am of you. And I'll walk out of the room.
Very good.
Especially because I would like to think that being a cleric as well, I can get a bit of a grasp on what kind of cleric she is. And I don't think she's the same style of cleric as me.
No. I mean, what do you know of Paylor?
Dylan, not very much, but I can make a religion check.
Yeah, sure.
That is a 14.
It's probably not a difficult one. Paylor's quite a common god. It's definitely sort of the shining sun, kind of the light, all about light and radiance and whatever, right? It's just sort of the light and the sun, shining one, light my hours, enkindle my soul, etc., etc.
Burn my enemies.
Yeah, a little bit of that, certainly. He's certainly got there's whilst there is like a light and life and happiness as well, it is also still strength, sun, burn away the darkness, destroy undead kind of.
Wait, are these the Golden Guardians?
Yeah, I'd say they're probably the closest to, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, much more afraid of her.
Yeah, they're helpful and whatnot, but I think, the rest of the party, particularly Karu, I think has had that run-in where, oh yeah, they're all nice and whatever, but then you get them in a room with a monster and undead, and there's this just like rage underneath that causes them to smite and burn.
Oh yeah, I remember those guys.
Yeah, my other characters remember those guys. They didn't like my characters very much. Luckily, this one is not a demon.
But maybe just as unlikable, potentially?
Yeah, look, I mean,
and I don't mean that as I don't like her. I mean as just,
well, they
how
revere
she's interacting with the rest of
a very nice god, and I revere a god that just likes to kill things.
Yeah,
I'm literally revering the darkness.
Might be a bit, the band?
Yes. Door slams. Music starts playing as I walk away.
Yeah, you just
Made another angsty character. Can only make angsty characters, I guess.
So whilst this is okay, let's cut across to Karu and Paulie. What are the different ways you're helping shore up the defenses of the city?
Karu is absolutely, and apologies that my video camera died. That was my laptop dying.
Sorry.
I've disappeared. Ow. Karu is definitely overseeing the underwater or water-based like traps. So like Paulie's got the idea with the chain, so I think Karu's like coordinating that, because I think this is also very in his wheelhouse of the kind of things that he did for the church. So yeah, I think he's just doing that. But also because like he still can't, even though Paulie is like leveled up, Karu is still like, nah, he's still like a kid. So he's doing that like, oh, so what should I do next, Paulie? Like he's kind of like encouraging the kid to get into the captain vibe, even though he knows what to do. He's still just like, what do I do?
I'm totally fine with it. I like being babied. All for it.
Yeah, it's not like condescending or anything, but like
I get that completely.
Karu knows how to do this stuff, but he wants Paulie. He's like doing that nurturing thing of like, yeah, that's a great idea, and then like, how would I lay the chain down, like things like that.
No, I'm all for it. Yeah. I mean, look, the way I see it right now, like the most important thing is to get this chain down, and then like from there, I reckon you and I go get pissed in some pubs and
Oh yeah.
start really getting everyone ramped up and ready.
You know what needs to what needs to happen, it's less about the chain and more about drinks and the morale. You're right. So like let's just, and Kara just like throws it and he's like, okay, so and then he's like, no, we should hang out, let's do it seriously, but like give me like 10 minutes, because again Karu's like being like encouraging Paulie, but then when Paulie's like, we should like go drink, and Kara's like, yes, okay, let me just do this real quick. 100%. But what do we say to raise morale? Like, what are we gonna do? That's definitely more your thing than my thing.
I do want to go and talk to the engineers too about the ballast day. I've got a really good feeling about the ballast day. They'll be very useful against dragons.
Yes, I agree. Okay, well, let's go talk to them.
And then we can go get pissed.
Yes, I'm here for this. Good plan.
The chain's in though. We've done the chain part. We've got the chain sorted.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
you can raise it to like cut off any ships or wreck ships in the river. I assume there's some other stuff that's happening with, there's trenches being dug on the beaches and stuff like that outside the city walls. And yeah, there are ballistae on the top of the keep, but not necessarily on the walls, which you think is
on the walls.
Strange, I guess.
Yeah.
But then again, maybe this city has never had to really deal with an outside threat, right?
But like, even so, and I feel like we're saying this in conversation as we're kind of realizing these things, like even if they haven't had an outside threat, like you would think that they would at least plan for a better, like, surely. I mean, I would personally.
I think so, but I mean,
Give me a history check or an insight check, Paulie.
Insight 10.
It's weird, isn't
Better
it?
than my 7.
It's weird.
Yes, it's a bit weird.
It's so weird.
The walls are so far away from the keep.
You would think they'd be more useful there. I mean, I get it. I don't know. It's weird.
It's weird. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, maybe we can go talk to some engineers and then figure that out.
Engineers, yes.
So do you
engineers, they're just like all fucking swole.
Yes. Love it.
So are you trying to like move these or get them moved effectively? Is that what I'm hearing?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah. Do you want to give me a persuasion check or I will also accept a deception check if you are lying to guards and things like that you have, you're doing the clipboard and a hard hat to go, no, these ones have got to be moved.
Got a high vis on.
Yeah.
High vis on.
I got orders, mate. I can't even I can't even stop. I got orders to get these things out of here. They gotta go. They gotta go.
I love that idea. I definitely think it's like, no, just a ballast day inspector. Look, you got in the wrong spot here, mate. Look, these aren't up to code. They actually don't follow H&S whatsoever. Where they need to be sitting during a siege is on the walls. The keep is a very far distance away from the walls, so let's just sort that out now. Get it in there before I have to find you. Sound good?
This is
Great,
all right.
perfect.
And it's funny because like
OHS accident waiting to happen here, guys. Like, come on. It's
you
just gotta,
probably
like,
could go to Yama and try and get approval and all the whatevers, right? I bet
25.
that is an angle, but I
Official
love that you and Karu just go like, no, we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
We're smart.
What does that look like? You found a high vis vest from somewhere. Karu's cut off the sleeves of a regular high vis shirt.
Well, I was gonna say that I also find a high vis vest, but it's one of the fluoro pink ones, not one of the fluoro orange ones. And even though it is sleeveless, somehow Karu has made
Has
it
torn the
more
sleeve.
sleeveless. Yes,
It's not even covering your nipples now.
it's actually like a bolero crop at this point. Like,
And,
it's
and there's some,
tiny.
and there's some sequences like along the back of it saying
Yeah.
Karu.
It's tied in the front like
Diamantes.
it's tied in the front like cowgirl style. It's
Love
just like, yeah,
with little tassels.
little tassels, and they're like, "Ooh."
Yeah, I guess Paulie's just going to be like, oh, mate, this isn't up to scratch. Come on now, guys. You should know better than this. Look, you're all going to get bloody fined. Do you want to fine before a siege? Fuck, you're going to be leaving that for your family, mate. It's not even worth it. No, just sort it out. Get half of these. Like, keep one or two balustrade there, but then the rest of them, I want some on the west, south, and the east gate. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, Karu in the background of this scene is practicing that burlesque nipple twirl move with the tassels that he's attached to his vest. Just in the background, like,
so hot.
yeah, it's like woo woo woo, and now he's got it one way, but he can't get it the other way. Like, you can go clockwise, but not anti-clockwise.
It's just not as smooth.
Yeah, it's just not. It keeps jarring and falling at the top. Ugh.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Nightmare fuel.
Hey.
I need the fan art.
Do the other part of the prep, can be that you guys are going around doing some shopping and things like that. Did you want to come up now at the risk of giving you homework that you won't do? Did you want to make that homework, or did you want to tell me now the things that you are going to want in your shopping?
I mean, things make me stronger, and things that help me when I die is
I
probably
feel
the
like
theme.
you want the potions of like giant strength and stuff, right? I
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
want to make some
Mhm.
from the fingernails. I think I can afford a couple more.
Yep.
Because I'll
Mm,
also need
del-
some.
Delicious.
Yeah, delicious
It's very
toenail juice.
Yeah, we could factor that in as kind of like downtime
Yeah.
kind of stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah. If Yama can just like lower the costs for himself and Karu, I guess that's like ideal. With his like tinkering and he's got the toenails.
You did say any magic items in the Dungeon Master's Guide, right?
Under 5k total for the party.
I mean, can you really put a price on the Iron Hand of Vecna? Just saying.
I can. And the hand of Vecna or the eye of Vecna?
I mean, both.
Sure.
Yeah, well,
Why
surely
stop
you
at
can do a
once?
bargain.
Yeah.
Come on.
Combo
2 for
deal.
1
Come
deal.
What use is the hand without the eye? Let's be honest.
Have you been to McDonald's? Everything's a combo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get a burger
feel
and no
like,
fries. Come on.
Well, there's the
UPA millennial items.
Why settle for the hand or eye of Vecna when you can settle for the head of Vecna? So all you need to do is cut off your own head and put Vecna's head on top of the
Just
stump.
at this point,
Perfect.
can we just
I
get
will
Vecna?
cut someone's head off and stick it on if we have
You're
to.
a
I am a
cleric.
cleric. I can do it. I have mending. I don't think it works on human bodies, but
Find someone else to experiment with. Just
Polly's already died once.
I don't think he wants to die again.
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
All right.
Your beautiful mullet.
So
Yeah,
to give
I
you,
might not get the mullet in the next life. You know what I mean? Jeez, that wouldn't be worth living.
well, it's
Yeah.
like you only get that mullet in your next life if you've done enough piracy in the life before. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
You've
I love
barely
that.
started.
Yeah.
But he does have cirrhosis of the liver already.
Already. Oh, that's just you don't have to do anything to earn that one. That he just comes with that.
That is
Okay.
yours.
Yeah, I guess maybe we have to think about the shopping thing because beyond potions and heal strength, I can't think of anything else. But I feel like we should be smart about this for once.
So a potion of superior
Um,
healing would probably set you back about 2,000 gold. Potion of greater healing though is only 200. So
yeah, let's
you
get a few of those.
yeah, you get a few of those.
Yeah.
Maybe get 5 of them, and then we have 4,000 gold.
Yes.
And I mean, you've still got to
That was-
spend
yeah.
this gold, by the way. Like you're still buying these things.
What
What,
else could we get?
you were saying we can keep it and then hoard it?
I'm more just
So
saying
like
that
a-
like there's only so much like magic items
Guys,
available in a
look, we
city
can
about to be
really
under
only
siege.
we can really only afford probably one of those potions. Okay.
You know what I would really like if this. I would really like if this shop had like a potion lucky dip bin or something, just for kicks.
You want to risk
You-
our 5,000 gold pieces on maybe
Yes.
something?
Okay, well, when you put it that way, maybe not. I was just thinking like 500 gold.
Buried in the forest.
No, I've never seen a
You know
lucky
what?
dip bin for 5,000 gold. I've seen like lucky dip bins for maybe like 200 gold at most.
You know what we should actually all buy?
What's that?
The
New outfits?
cloak of the manta ray, so we can
Oh,
like
I
Actually, not
really
kidding.
wanted to steal that one off that asshole that fucking swam away.
Where what does that
whatever
do?
his name was.
While wearing this
If
cloak,
you turn
with it-
into
wait,
a
actually,
manta
it's probably
ray.
actually no, probably honestly, this is probably fucking great for us, but not
Yeah,
for
I
Hikaru.
super
But
want it.
Aw,
yeah, while wearing this cloak,
it's a
with its hood
cloak.
up, you can breathe
Knock down the
underwater, and
river.
you have a swimming speed of 60 feet.
I have a swimming speed of 55.
And you could have your arms out, like if you needed to.
I
You
do.
could still use your
Because
swords and
we
shit.
could do like a little sneaky, like we could all hide in the river and
Some
then surprise
subterfuge.
them. We could do that with a chain, so we could like allow like a couple ships in, and then like we could like attach explosives to the bottom of the ships and explode them.
How much is the cloak of the manta ray?
Even if we get like one,
It's about
and there's at least
5,000.
one.
That'd be
Okay.
fun.
Damn
One
it.
I mean, it's a good idea. This idea of having the almost ambush vibe.
Yeah.
Because I
Love the
can't.
ambush
I'd
vibe.
imagine like I can't do the chain by myself, but if there's another person like on, then yeah, and we attach a few more. I'm all for underwater explosives. That was like my jam.
Well,
The
a
church
potion
will definitely have some.
a potion
Always
of water
basically
breathing
broken.
is like 100 gold, and I think some of you have
I've
equivalent.
got the bubble
You got the
breath.
bubble things, yeah. But it doesn't give you a swim speed, right? Like so that.
No, I'll
Yeah,
still
no, I'm sorry, Yama, but I think you need to be like on the beach in your blazing gold armor, drawing them in.
Oh, Yama's the distraction.
I'm sorry,
Yama's the
but
thing.
I'm not a I'm not a subterfuge guy, and I really want to face my brother, face to face, and
Yeah.
find my son. And so there's stuff that I want to do on land for sure, but I love your guys' planning. I love
How
all your
much
vibes.
would Dust of Disappearance be?
Ye old dust of disappearance.
The old Well, sprinkle,
sand.
sprinkle.
Sprinkle,
Um,
sprinkle.
Hundreds and thousands.
I'd
I've got some
say
dust for you, Aelith.
dust of disappearance.
Never
I'd say
heard of
like
that.
200 gold.
What's that gonna do?
I'm going to buy 3 of those out of my own money.
Yeah, but what's that gonna do?
It
How do you
helps
have
make
money?
people invisible. I'm also an
No.
adventurer. Thank you very much.
Oh, you were just a cleric.
I've been selling my services for money. I don't do this for out of the goodness of my heart.
I hope that's a sex thing.
I beat people within an inch of death, and then I make them pay me to bring them back, and then I leave.
Hey,
They
does
said I was
she
a
look-
good
does-
cleric.
Does she look like she's wearing good clothing? Like, does she look
Aelith.
like her money?
Yeah.
Like you got good money?
Not
Does she
good
look
money, but
rich?
she
Mm.
doesn't look rich, but she looks all right.
Hey Dan.
All right, all right.
She's not
Probably
she's
dead
not
or
eating a
she's
McDonald's.
Okay.
Hey Dan. Hey Dan. Will the hat of disguise give me a better mustache?
You would get to choose the level of mustache. You
Right,
Maybe you
get.
get a roll for it.
It's like it's 10,000 gold done.
How to disguise is outside your price range. It is 6,000.
No. Okay, guys, we have a new
Spend
mission.
all our money for a mustache.
Don't
Worth it.
fret. Oh my god, actually, I could do that though.
I-
I
if
have
you-
a
Add
1,000
your own
gold.
money in.
Yeah.
I think the dust of disappearance thing. I mean, like you probably don't need it by 3 because yeah, Yama's gonna like hang on the beach.
I'm not going to be invisible at any
Yeah.
point.
Why is Yama
just-
hanging on the beach if we're
'Cause-
meeting inside the
Oh,
walls?
okay. So
Well,
we
he's-
really.
Yeah.
All right, I'll buy one. Fine.
Also,
God.
if you could, Dylan, I
Yes.
know you had obviously Killian's character sheet and you had a special bag for all the stuff that's in the ship's hold. Can you set that up
Yes.
in the party inventory, which is now a thing? That you can all, there's like a shared inventory that you can have. So I think it makes sense to put that stuff in the party.
Yeah, that's going now.
Because then people can just kind of see what's in there. in
We could
case-
spend it as we want.
There's no
Get that.
gold in there. I'm going to be honest.
What? How's that possible? What?
Oh wait, no, there's one gold apparently.
The what?
Killian
in
had
the
some
party.
money in the ship hold, I think.
Wait,
Yeah,
we,
we
had,
hold-
we had a lot of money in the ship hold.
Yeah, no, I think I wrote it down in my notes.
We've been putting like 30% of everything we've been getting into there.
I mean,
Yeah,
Paulie,
but I feel like
the
that
old Captain
gets
Paulie
used
did
up
saddle
by
you with
now.
a bunch of debts, though.
Yes, we had 1,664 golds at last count and 10 platinum.
Ah.
In
Yeah,
the
I think
ship's
that
hold.
gold gets used by the crew and stuff. It
No,
goes
we
towards
prepaid the
their
cruise
money.
ship.
Yeah, you've prepaid the crew.
No, yeah, well, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that's
Just
cool.
in case we got sucked into the Fey realm again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that again.
No, we've done that story arc. We can't repeat it. That'd be lame.
we
Um,
can't have another uprising.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Cool. All right. Well, yeah. So yeah, basic potions and stuff. I think that's fine. Dust of disappearance. Yeah, that's fine. Anything crazier than that, I'll probably rein in. But I mean, you could maybe get a hat of disguise for 5. You know, if you make a good argument of why you need it, and I think a better mustache is definitely up there.
It's the only reason that matters in this
I-
this siege. Guys, would you want me going into battle without a good mustache? Really?
You already have a good mustache.
No, but like a really
Yeah, it's
good
coming
mustache.
through really strong.
No, but
Cool.
like
I'm so proud of it.
you got a good mustache. Hey, Paulie, do you want to know one of my darkest secrets?
Yes.
Kara like leans in and he's like, I can't grow facial hair.
You can't grow facial hair, Paulie yells out extremely loudly.
That's
Or is-
because you're a fish.
Shush. I know.
that
I
your
was trying to
clerical
make him feel
opinion?
better.
Oh, I didn't think fish could grow facial hair.
I mean, I don't get it because I can grow hair, and he like points to his hair.
I'm
'Cause
hoping
he's
that
got like this massive mohawk, but he has no hair anywhere else.
I'm-
Like,
I'm
doesn't
It's
have
made
a
of
mustache.
tentacles.
I'm imagining this conversation is actually happening at the front of a store, and it's in the
100%,
window is the hat of disguise, and even the mannequin has a sick mustache.
Yeah.
Like,
Those glorious like bushy ones that like curl on the sides.
And you have a,
yeah.
and I'm assuming you have a big like shopping list from Yama of like potion ingredients and stuff like that. We'll say
Real stuff.
ingredients to make your potions that you want, Yama. I'll say won't count towards the 5,000. You'll still have to pay the price, but they'll be separate because you're not buying. You're making the potions yourself, so that's not going to be part of the 5K.
Cool.
And yeah, you'll probably get them at half price because you're doing your own. You've got your own you're bringing your own toenails. To mix.
Key
yeah.
ingredient.
Yeah, I assume, Paulie, you've got like, you've crossed off potions of healing, like someone's written church next to it. So it's like, oh, we know where to get those. You got this long list of other things you need to spend the money on, and there's just hat of disguise. 7,000 gold or nearest offer.
So, how rare can we go with our shopping list, item wise?
Well, I think my goal is like you can go rare, but I have a list of prices, and a lot of super rare stuff is more than 5,000 gold, right? Like the Dragon Slayer sword or whatever. is like six or 7,000.
That's fair. You know, that's fair.
And also, it also depends on how much money you guys have. I'm not giving you 5,000 gold worth of free items. I'm saying that that's how much is available in the city that you could find.
I have like 500 gold.
Let me scroll down then, away from all the cool shit. What could you get? You could get a robe of useful items, which I think would look very good as like a fishing
Another
vest
robe?
with all these little pockets. That has
Does
a-
it give Caro a mustache?
while wearing the robe, you can use an action to detach. Oh wait, that's it has a bunch of patches, and you can remove a patch, and it becomes the object or creature it represents. Once the last patch is removed, the robe becomes an ordinary garment.
I like to think that Karu is staring at this robe,
He's
and
like-
Aelith is just like hand on shoulder. You don't need another robe, bud. You've got
But
enough.
But I
Well, how
don't
about we-
have
we'll
a
find
ve-
you
I
a
don't have
hat.
I don't know.
All right. What
That's-
about I don't know
I
just
I don't have a
a
vest.
sash?
I don't that's a vest. Look at all those pockets. I've got
That's a robe.
that's a
It goes to your feet.
I'm seeing it as a vest.
Yeah, no, I described it as a vest, so I think it's like a fishing vest,
got-
right? Like it's got these
I've got-
pockets, and each pocket actually rips off and like becomes the item, and it's got
like
like 5 pockets.
It's like an advent calendar, but a vest.
Yeah.
Look,
can put
look. If
all
you
my
can afford it,
things in.
you get what. No, you don't put things in this. This turns into things.
What?
Do you know how magic works?
Do I look like I know how magic works?
You know what? That's fair enough.
I say with my 2 massive fucking swords. and
Hey,
I'm
that sword's
also
really
bare-
cool. Where'd you get the blue crystal for it?
You know what? I found it on the bottom of the ocean. Definitely not in the hands of a dying friend.
While you
this-
guys are
is-
distracted, Paulie's been like trying to like break the glass for the hat of disguise.
Oh my god, can I just want to see if I spot this one second.
Hey, yeah. Can Paulie make some form of check for this?
No, I don't want to be caught. I'm not mucking around.
Okay, cool,
I'm
'cause
not
I
going to
have-
steal from the town we're trying to save.
I have a passive
That's it.
perception of 19.
I was gonna say I got a 5, so I ain't seeing shit.
Yeah, I just grab like while I'm going off at Karu about this vest and magic and swords and stuff. Just like pure periphery, just grab Paulie by the back of the neck, pull him back.
You
Stop
just-
trying
you
to break the glass.
You just pluck the rock out of his hands, like, you know.
And Kara's like, "Oh my god, that rock would be so useful," and grabs it to break the glass on the window.
So grabs
The
it,
vest is
grabs
here.
it as like, if I had a vest with pockets, I could put this rock in my
This-
pocket.
This is so
They're
more
not-
useful.
They're not pockets.
I don't understand. Of course, they're pockets.
I'm gonna like lean into the shop and be like, "My good sir, do you have a portable hole that I can throw these idiots in? I just met them, but god damn."
He says, "No, that's way too rich for this store. That'll probably cost you like 8,000 gold."
Ah, so I hear we're at Kmart then. Where's Target?
Ooh, a bag of beans. Fun. Sorry.
Is that
shouldn't
what
have
you
given-
get,
you shouldn't have-
palette?
Yeah, you shouldn't have given us a list of magical items to like to pour over, Dan. Because they were just like,
is there a
"Ooh."
list? I'm just like on.
Oh, it's just
reading it.
anything. Yeah, it's anything in the DMG. But the funny thing is, as Dan has just shown, some things are not here.
Yeah. Well, because anything that's worth over 5 grand is definitely not here, right?
Yeah, we're not in a big city.
It is, but it's a city under siege, so it's like, you know, everyone with cool shit has fucked off. Because
Nerds.
anyone with the money to own a portable hole or you know,
It's taking it, yeah.
yeah, or you know, a +2 weapon or whatever.
Dan, why is the hat of disguise on display still? Okay, if that's the case, if that's really the case.
Not that cool.
Well, it's actually you realize it's a busted hat of disguise. It only gives you a mustache. Like it can't do any of the other stuff that a hat of
So
disguise.
what you're
And
saying
even
is
then,
it
the
should be
mustache falls
cheaper.
out slowly over time as well.
No.
But it fixes if you just take the hat off and put it back on real quick. Like the mustache grows back to full. So it's like people are like, oh, yeah, it's good enough.
So like 3 or 4 times a day, you have to take your hat off and readjust really quickly with no one noticing.
Oh. No.
Aelith is just gonna be like, "Oh, you know what? You guys do what you want. I don't want to use any of your gold. I'm the new guy here, right? All right. You know what? I'm gonna go to here's like, I don't know. Here's 100 gold towards your quarry. I don't need any of this shit. I got my dust of disappearance. I'm going to the pub.
And Karu's just like in the shop being like, do you have a bead of force?
Probably.
A thing he randomly got at some point and used once, and it was actually amazing. And he's just kind of like, I missed that thing.
I missed that thing.
He's just like,
he says, yeah, I've got one left, and it's 5,000 gold.
Mate, you're not wanting to
That's
make a
okay.
sale today, are you?
Harry, you have expensive taste, my friend.
But
that thing was useful when I had it. That was when we were in the astral plane, and when we got this sword,
Yep,
and he
I
points to
remember it.
he's like, yeah, that was a baller move. Damn it! Where should it come
So
out to
it's
me?
Ball of move.
Yes.
ball of move. Yes.
That was cool. I remember that. Yes. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
really useful.
It's all right. I don't need it. I'm just looking through. Ooh, can I go faster? I think I need to filter out these higher level things.
Actually, you could probably get a single bead of force for 1,000. I think I was because they come in 1d4 plus 4. So you could probably organize to get 1 bead of force.
I'll put that in the options
Mm.
for the moment because that's one thing.
Yeah. Similarly, a a necklace of fireballs would probably be about 1,000. You get like 3 beads on that bad boy.
I will point out that we do have a ring of shooting stars in the party inventory. If anybody wants that, with 6 charges.
What does that do? That sounds cool.
Ball lightning. Expend 2
fire?
charges to create 1 3-foot diameter sphere of lightning. The more spheres you create, the less powerful each sphere is individually. Each sphere appears in an unoccupied space, can see within 120 feet of you. The spheres last as long as you concentrate, because it's a spell.
Is it attunement?
Yes, all magical rings and amulets are going to be attuned.
But you know what
Missed once.
isn't? You know what doesn't require attunement?
Your vest?
That
See
and
my vest.
the cloak of billowing. While wearing this cloak, you can take a bonus
billowing.
action to make it billow dramatically for 1 minute.
So
That's like
Aelith
my my t-shirt of wettening.
Yeah.
So good.
That's all it does.
All right. Well, I like to think that Aelith has definitely wandered off at this point, and is gone to like
let's
the
make it
French
homework.
Quarter.
Let's make it homework.
Okay.
You guys can put together some inventory stuff that you feel like, hey, show me the list and I'll go through and kind of cross out or I can maybe put prices next to things, and then you can kind of make that decision of what you want. Similarly, I will chat with you, Aelith, about the items that you currently have.
Yes.
And before we get into any real combat stuff. Now, we're getting close to 9 o'clock, so I'll kind of wrap us up a little bit here. Dawn breaks over Brindol's harbour like a blade of gold drawn across steel grey clouds. The air hums with preparation, the clang of hammers from the dockyard, the engineers are winding chains. There's barked orders of soldiers along the battlements as they're trying to maneuver the ballistae into position.
Sorry, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take the wind out of your sails for a second, because I had something I wanted to do the evening before battle.
Sure. Let me describe this bit, and then I'll throw to you.
Yeah. We'll jump back. Cool.
the low thrum of the runic colossus as Theldon and some other dwarves, his crew, kind of work feverishly to ready it for war. But before we see red sails on the horizon, new banners rise up on the sea breeze. From the mist-wreathed east, where the sea glimmers with a strange warmth, a fleet of ships approach, sleek, silver-prowed vessels that glide more than sail. Their masts are draped in living vines, their hulls carved with sunburst runes that shimmer like molten gold. Music carries across the waves before the ships themselves can be seen, a haunting blend of flutes and crystal chimes that make the gulls wheel in lazy spirals above the harbour. At their head stands Lady Thalessa of the Summer Court, her hair like wildfire caught in sunlight, her armour woven of ivy and star metal. When she steps ashore, the air grows fragrant with honey and wildflowers. The earth beneath her feet, the beach itself smokes faintly from the intensity of her magic, and shoots of leaves and flowers sprout up on the beach underneath her. Brindol stands upon the knife's edge, she says to the assembled lords and captains, and then she looks over to you, Yama, and where the light may yet hold back the shadow, the summer court will stand, and she holds out her hand for you to kiss.
And he does so. He makes a beautiful bow and he kisses her on the hand. So grateful that they've come.
Behind her, Fey Knights, you recognize the Fey Dragon that you met in the Feywild. They dismounting from steeds, creatures made of living sunlight and dream, and they take their place among the mortal defenders. But instead of seriousness or dourness, their laughter rings, bringing bright and fierce like songbirds defying a storm. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yama's girlfriend is here.
Yama has a
Get
few
it.
girlfriends here, which now he's maybe feeling a bit awkward.
There's the
Yama,
sea elf lady.
embrace it.
The sea elf lady, yeah.
If anything, Yama, you're starting to overtake Karu. He's feeling pressured.
On that point, and then on that point, before we jump to Dylan, before we jump to Aletha, does Yama, I'm assuming like this happens maybe in a couple of nights before the or a couple of days before you're expecting the red hand to be visible. Has Yama been spending any time in the sea elf's company? Has there been, or has it been like, oh, so I'm so busy, war room shit to bed, war room shit? Like, is he?
I think it's like he's not being rude, and I think he really, really respects her. And I think if she like invites him or anything, he would absolutely go and like he would enjoy his time. But I also think he's not like actively seeking her out. I feel like it's more like they both. I don't know her opinion, obviously, but he was kind of like, oh, this was a one-time thing. I'll probably never see you again, and then here she is,
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like being absolutely polite and absolutely friendly, but like is not seeking her out.
Yeah. I think if the opportunity arises, and I think from like the audience, our perspective as the audience looking in, I think it's probably tasteful that like she probably asks him over to her like guest chambers for tea one night, and it's from the audience perspective, it's unclear if anything happens. It's up in the air, but also it could have also just been a very wholesome evening of two older figures who have been in many conflicts, kind of sharing old stories and having that moment of we've been here before, and sometimes this is maybe this is the last time we're in one of these. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I really like that. I think that sounds like totally right. It's just the vibe of like mutual respect. There's some anxiety about what's going to happen, kind of thing. And yeah, who knows?
Yeah, and if you know if you're shipping these two in your head, there's enough. There's enough there. You know what I mean? For
Yep. Did they?
yeah. No, I love that. Dylan, what are the last minute kind of preparation things do you want to do that yeah, beyond like obviously the shopping and stuff?
Yeah, so I'd like to think that while the shopping was going on and these guys were trying to figure out what dumb shit they could buy as well as useful things, I've gone off and I've gone looking for a residence befitting of my station that is vacated because they've fled for the hills. And that could be like I'm imagining Valorians as a very nice, very, very nice restaurant and bar. Or the Tescoel Manor, they've run away, and I've just like kicked in the back door. I was like, I'm posted up here. I'm sick of looking all the officials, and wherever I find, I'll gather the group. And just give me 1 second. It needs to be. Where is it? How many? All right, so there's 4 of us, so I look for 8 other high level adventurers, probably like the leaders or generals of the respective armies that have come to help us, and allies of our party or allies of these 3, people that are in good standing with the group.
Yep.
And I'm going to say, look, I've requisitioned this residence for the evening. Well, it's been a few days, but anyway, it might not be here tomorrow. I'll say, just give me a second. If you all hang here, this is the entertainment parlor. I'll just be over here in the dining room. Just give me a moment. And I walk through the door. I like to think that I kick the door open, move in backwards, and before the door shuts, you see a flash of green and red. And then I open the door again. I'm like, come on in. And I have cast Hero's Feast.
Yeah.
So I conjure a feast that appears on an unoccupied 10-foot cube next to me. I like to think there's a big grand dining table. And it takes an hour to consume. So we all sit down, spend an hour, eat a meal, have some wine, have a chat, get really ready on the eve of battle. And I really solidify the fact that if you're eating this, you sit down the whole hour. You do not go to the bathroom.
Know how to sit for that. Okay.
Just trust me.
Sorry.
And then, so a creature that partakes gains several benefits, which last for 24 hours. So the whole next day. So I'd like to think we're probably sitting at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. Or it could be a little earlier, whatever. The creature has resistance to poison, immunity to frightened and poisoned conditions. Your hit point maximum increases by 2d10. And then you also gain that many hit points.
Sweet.
And that is my little... Thanks for having me, guys.
The resistance to poison and what now? Sorry?
So you have resistance to poison damage.
Yes.
And you cannot be frightened or poisoned.
We're going to roll a d10 as well.
2d10.
Cannot be
2d10.
frightened.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
9 in total.
Can't remember if that's a D10 or not.
11.
Ooh,
So you just
16.
add it as your temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Which one is a D10? Fuck. That one. Roll.
There we go. But yeah, so now you have immunity to fear. I think it was. Frightened. And poisoned.
Could this clear my exhaustion level? Oh my god. I'm just
Sure.
looking at my sheet.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, yeah. I think
Amazing.
that's cool.
Thank you.
And then resistance to poison as well.
Immunity to fear. Okay.
Yeah, so we can't be afraid of things anymore.
Which is possibly helpful with a dragon.
Yeah, and a Paulie
Yes.
who gets afraid of things and charmed all the time. Can't do anything about charm, I'm sorry. But poison and fear, sure.
It's fine. I am never charmed unless I want to be, and I wink. Aw, even I'm annoyed at myself. So we get a long rest. Is this what's happening after this?
I'm imagining so, because I'm also going to, after this is all done, before we go to bed, I'm also going to I'm going to prepare a location in this manor that we're in as a sanctuary.
Mhm.
And more on that next week.
Sus.
It's very sus, but in a very good way. What have all of my characters ever been trying to do every time we're in real bad danger?
Summon demons.
Bravely run
and
away.
spirits.
Die?
Creatively run
Oh,
away.
brave Sir Robin.
Yes, because I'm going to prepare this as our sanctuary so that if it gets dire and we're all together, I can recall us back here and we get a brief respite before we walk back out of the house respawned.
Oh.
Great.
We're Helldivers.
Well, yeah. So that afternoon, probably like a little bit before this big feast kicks off, because you're looking around. There's lots of allies. As the sun bleeds orange over the bay, a black-sailed vessel approaches, a corsair ship, patched and battle-worn. Its deck bristling with mismatched cannon and tattered flags from a dozen seas. The guards tense, but a single longboat is lowered, and from it steps Captain Sarah Fortune, emissary of the
Hell
free
yeah.
corsairs of the Elsir Sea. Coat is long and sea-salted, her grin sharp as cutlass steel. She carries no weapon, only a silver ring shaped like a compass rose. And she bows low, sort of sarcastically, to the party, and holds out her hand to you, Paulie, similar to the lady of the summer court, but as if for you to kiss it. And you stare at the glowing, shiny silver ring in her hand, or on her finger.
And Aelith hits on her immediately.
And she had no other jewelry, right?
That's it.
That's okay. All right. No, it's more because I was like, I would have stolen one of her jewelries as I kissed her finger, then handed it to her.
Do you do that with the compass
You know
rose
what?
ring?
Fuck it. Why not? Let's give it a crack.
We fucking knew it.
I'm gonna go back to it. Just,
No,
Can
I think
I
no
assist
roll
while
required.
hitting on her?
I think
So
no
there's
roll
no more
required.
appropriate.
I think no
Yeah.
roll required. Like, I think she's expected this of you, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is, had you just kissed it and not stolen it, she would have been disappointed.
Yeah.
She,
It's like it's just like a very elaborate way of saying hello.
yeah, like, and making fun of the gentry at the same time, right?
Absolutely.
Like,
correct,
so
yeah.
you come away, you see, like, she doesn't even look down at her hand, but then you kind of like throw her ring back to her or something, and she catches it without looking and slips it back on her finger. Actually, no, slips it in a pocket. Like, the ring was dumb and ostentatious. Like, she didn't even want to wear it. It was all for show. Word travels fast across the waves, she says, her voice a little rough from salt and smoke. The Red Hand's fleet sails to war, and where there's a tyrant's gold to plunder, there'll be pirates to take it. The free corsairs will fly under your colours, not as raiders, but as privateers of Brindol. Will strike from the fog, harry their supply lines, burn their siege barges before they reach your walls. All we ask for is a letter of marque, and a promise that when this is over, the sea will still belong to the free.
The sea will always belong to the free if I have anything to bloody do about it. I can tell you
Says-
that right now.
Oh, is your father around?
All right, yeah, ha 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 ha. Funny, funny.
Sorry, please continue.
Funny, funny. But no, look, I mean, yeah, that was a good joke. That only hurt my feelings a lot, but that's okay. I didn't.
Actually, I
Want
will
feelings
ask.
anyway.
Would we prefer our sanctuary that I set be in town or on the ship?
I think we're pretty inland, right?
We flew the you flew the ship here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we have to cross land to get to the actual town. Like, there's a small
but we-
river, but I think it's not a big port, right?
And you've chained up you've got a bunch of chains in the river.
Ah,
You be in the town.
all right, fine.
But you do have the ability to, airlift you guys, like someone, if someone can send a message or something to the ship and have them come airlift you out in a pinch. That's certainly an option, or you have some flying, time, right? But yeah. All right, we'll move on. Just as we're wrapping up now, towards the end of the session, I just want to. So as the sun sinks beneath the waves, you've all had your big feast. The sun sinks beneath the waves, painting the Elsir Sea in bruised shades of violet and crimson. The harbour outside the city of Brindol gleams with uneasy light, lanterns swinging from rigging, watchfires burning along the ramparts. The people of the city move like ghosts beneath the glow. Soldiers sharpening blades, priests whispering blessings, children ushered into cellars with trembling hands. High above, the Floridita perhaps doing a bit of a flyby over the top like a silent guardian. Her sails and lamps dimmed, her shadow stretching over the city. At the water's edge, or where did you set up the runic colossus?
Oh, we didn't discuss that actually. I feel like he should be a fun surprise. I don't know how we do that, but
Like hiding
I'm
behind the
saying.
walls kind of thing, or like submerged?
like maybe like maybe he looks like he's the wall, like part of the wall, and then when they're like, yeah, and they like think
Or
that
he's
they're
like
getting close.
behind it and then jumps in front of it once they've kind of like amassed in front of it.
Yeah, oh, like that.
So some chaos.
I was kind of imagining like those guys that paint themselves to look like walls, and then they stand in front of the
Attack
wall
on
with their
Titan
eyes
kind of
closed,
vibe.
and then when you get close, they open their eyes, like whoa.
I mean,
But, like,
And then he just like laser beams everyone.
yeah, just yeah.
I mean, this guy, the runic colossus is tall. I guess it can lie down, but it is taller than the wall.
It's probably if it lies down, it's gonna struggle to get up. Maybe behind the wall is a good idea, Yama, and then it can like crouch down, and then it
just
can
squat
just be like
and then stand.
yeah.
Excellent. All right.
That.
So it's behind the wall. It's runes, kind of pulsing faintly with magma light.
The other thought I had is it's got that beam, right?
It's got like a hand beam, yeah.
The hand beam.
Exactly.
Is the hand beam kind of like, okay, bear with me, I'm very tired. A beam, in that
Yes,
it's a
yes,
straight
it is in
line.
fact a
No,
beam.
it's like a straight line of damage. Because what I'm thinking is if it's like a straight line of damage, like say my
It
slippers of Ride Lightning, you'd probably want him to be to the side so that when they're coming towards us in like a line, he just goes whomp, and he just like takes the whole line out.
I think when it comes to it, it might not make a huge amount of damage. It might even be better if he focuses on a dragon or something. Yeah, like I think as long as it's kind of like on the side of the city where we know they're coming from, just to maximize his exposure. But yeah, like we could put him like towards the water side, because then maybe he could take out a boat. Maybe he's just got more options that way.
I mean, I've got my my sword that likes to eat things, so you know, if anything's going to take out a boat, it's probably my sword.
Yeah, so it's expected that, I mean, the the beach is to the south, right? So they'll come from the south and then surround the city to a certain extent. And you have sort of the river at your back to kind of protect you on the north side. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Look,
think you should be at the south, where the biggest conglomerate of hobgoblins is going to be coming from.
Yeah, and I think your idea of him being behind the wall was a good idea to begin with. I was just, for throwing ideas out there, but I really
It's good to have lots of ideas.
strength is water. I was gonna say water sports. Water.
Ah, yes.
Yikes.
Sports, like synchronized swimming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Water combat. Bombs.
And
Alright.
subterfuge.
Yeah, that one.
The council kind of convenes one last time in the grand hall. They cast a telepathy spell. I had it written down here. They essentially cast a spell that will connect you to the Yama, connect you to the council, so that you can send and receive messages telepathically.
Cool.
Rary's telepathic bond. It's between Lord Yamath, yourself, and 2 other people. Probably one of the captain of the guard, and maybe the captain of the Sea Elves. Just so that you're in contact and they can kind of send you messages and you can give them updates. Around the table, though, the councillors speak in hushed tones. The coastlines on the maps are inked in red, arrows marking the expected approach, and the islands that they would have come through already. Their ships were sighted beyond the shoals. They'll come with the night. They have the sight advantage. Damn their infernal eyes. And so, as twilight deepens, the torches are lit upon the walls of Brindol, every flame a trembling act of defiance. Yama, Karu, Aelith, and Paulie and their allies look out toward the darkening horizon. For a time, all is silent. Then, faintly, a low wind begins to roll over the sea, carrying with it a distant, rhythmic thrum. Boom, boom, boom. The sound grows louder, closer, more defined. Not thunder, not surf, but drums. War drums. The Red Hand has begun its march. Then a new sound, a bone, deep, resonant blare that shakes the stones beneath your feet. Dragon bone war horns. Their call rolls across the sea and echoes through the cliffs like the roar of the abyss itself. Torches appear on the horizon, first a dozen, then hundreds, until the entire ocean seems aflame. Crimson banners unfurl, catching the moonlight. And there, upon the prow of a black iron flagship, stands Wormlord Khan, his armor gleaming with the light of embers, his sword raised towards the full moon. Behind him, the dark silhouettes of hill giants heft boulders in massive nets, while the shadow of Abithrax the Red coils upward into the sky, wings blotting out the stars. The council's fears are realized. The Red Hand comes to strike 2 hours after sunset, when men's eyes falter and monsters see clear as day. As Khan's blade points towards Brindol, the drums stop. The sea holds its breath. And with a gesture, the first boulder arcs through the sky, a streak of black fire. It slams into the outer farmlands with an explosion that lights the heavens. The siege has begun. That's where we'll end it for this week.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Let's.
We're doomed.
No, they're doomed.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There, dude.
Thank you.
So we see Aelith like sneaking out the back door in the middle of the night, like with a bindle, just like, see you guys.
Ah, yes, our new ally. Goodbye.
And you thought I was here to fight? Like,
So good.
Cool. So yeah, we'll fight. We'll start next session with the start of the defense of Brindol, Realsies. So stage 1. So it'll be the Horde's advance on Brindol, and kind of like your decision, obviously, to man the walls. You have a bit of a choice about where you want to be during all of this, but we'll do a couple of separate things of like, you know, you guys are kind of deployed to the walls, and what are you doing on the walls? And then, you know, other stuff will come up in the city, and you'll have to make choices of, do we go put out that, you know, do we go deal with X or Y?
Cool.
And as the invasion kind of gets underway. Now, between events, effectively, you will have, you know, the equivalent of kind of short rests, or, you know, maybe there'll be reinforcements you can call to like plug certain holes or handle certain things, such as the Sea Elves or the Church or the you know, the Summer Court, etc. And also, you know, yeah, if you need some like minor cleric stuff that your active cleric in your party can't kind of directly deal with, you know, I think the idea is that because you said the cleric shouldn't be locked away or like saved, you know, you can take short rest, which is the cleric's healing you in a matter of minutes rather than, you know, actually resting for an hour or whatever.
Yep.
And yeah, so you'll get updates from the Lord's Council of what's happening, and you'll have to make decisions on kind of where you want to deal with things and or what you want to respond to, and we'll go from there. And of course, you know, you have to deal with one of the generals, Wormlord Khan, and then, you know, hopefully able to draw out the High Wormlord himself, Hail the Crimson Blade.
Oh, I should know where he is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you marked him.
Super
That's
quietly. I
exciting.
have not dropped that mark, so I still know where he is. So excellent.
Cool.
Keep that for next time. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to turn off all the things. Good night. Bye-bye.